Welcome once again to Commander by Danon. Today we continue our series building decks based around the legendary creatures from the Final Fantasy set. Leading today's deck is none other than the most infamous killer in the history of Final Fantasy, Shadow, Mysterious Assassin. Also, and I know it's annoying to keep hearing this, but statistically if I don't ask you to like and subscribe, the video gets fewer subscribers. Shadow, Mysterious Assassin is a 3-mana 3/3 legendary human assassin with Death Touch. Whenever Shadow deals combat damage to a player, we may sacrifice another non-land permanent. If we do, we draw 2 cards and each opponent loses life equal to the mana value of the sacrificed permanent. Okay, so we want some high-value permanents that we can sacrifice, maybe some reanimation effects to bring them back for cheap, and ways to protect our commander. Also, we absolutely need Interceptor. You cannot build a deck with one and not include the other. That would be blasphemous. We first meet Shadow in the town of South Figaro, but he doesn't join up with us until much later. Of course, he leaves soon after, but eventually he joins up again. Spoilers for Final Fantasy VI. Shadow is the only playable character that can permanently die. After Kefka kills the Emperor and then disrupts the balance of the Warring Triad, setting up the downfall of the world, we're forced to run away and leap off of the flying continent to the Blackjack waiting down below. If we leap without waiting for Shadow, he dies. Assuming you aren't a monster and wait for him to catch up to you, then eventually, in the World of Ruin, we find Shadow again, and he joins the party permanently. Before we get to our deck list, a quick word from our sponsor, Ultimate Guard. Ultimate Guard is made famous by their boulders. Solid, reliable, and affordable deck boxes. Boulders are now available in solid colors, like this beautiful purple one seen here. Find out if your local game store carries the new Ultimate Guard solid color boulders, or click on the link down below to order yourself one from Amazon. In order to build a functional commander deck, you need lots of different pieces, which is why I try to rely on my handy-dandy checklist. 50 mana sources, usually split between 37 lands and 13 pieces of ramp, 10 pieces of card advantage, 8 to 10 pieces of spot removal, 2 to 3 board wipes, 2 pieces of graveyard hate, and 1 Sudden Eye Win card. Oh, one more quick announcement before we get started. I'm currently streaming over on Gaming with Danon as well as Twitch. It'll mostly be Final Fantasy XIV, but you're more than welcome to pop in and talk about Commander. Honestly, about half my streams are talking about manga, anime, or Commander. For lands, we've got Access Tunnel, Rogue's Passage, Bajuka Bog, and 31 Swamps. Pretty straightforward. Our mana ramp package consists of Soul Ring, Arcane Signet, Charcoal Diamond, Mind Stone, Felwar Stone, Thought Vessel, Jet Medallion, Thrawn Dynamo, Gilded Lotus, Throne of Eldraine, Wayfarer's Bauble, Solemn Simulacrum, Burnished Heart, Dark Ritual, and Cryptghast. Not exactly budget, but not too expensive either. For card advantage, we've got Zu Ifit Osteoharmonist, Anti-Causal Vestige, Behold the Sinister Six, Key to the City, Reanimate, Animate Dead, Morbid Opportunist, Metamorphosis Fanatic, Phyrexian Arena, Sign in Blood, Night's Whisper, and Deadly Dispute. Yes, I know that Behold the Sinister Six isn't out yet, but I think it works very well on this deck. Also, I don't think it'll stay at the current pre-order price. Our interaction and spot removal package consists of Feed the Swarm, Withering Torment, Hero's Downfall, The Eldest Reborn, Defile, Imp's Mischief, Infernal Grasp, Power Word Kill, Fell the Profane, Espers to Magicite, and Go for the Throat. Lots of ways to keep annoying permanents off the battlefield. For board wipes, we've got Toxic Deluge, Damnation, and Blood Money. I love the idea of killing all the creatures and turning them into treasures. Shadow is an assassin after all, and assassins kill for money. They say Shadow would kill his own mother for a nickel. The core of our deck consists of Interceptor, Shadow's Hound, Grey Merchant of Asphodel, Junji, the Midnight Sky, Bygone Colossus, Shadow of Mortality, Huskburster Swarm, Hollow Marauder, Avatar of Woe, Chiton Gravestalker, Kokusho the Evening Star, Bloodghast, and Gorbex the Tomb Shell. Supporting our plan, we've also got Whisper Silk Cloak, Swiftfoot Boots, Archfiend of Despair, Wound Reflection, Vorpal Sword, Malakir Rebirth, Not Dead After All, Undying Malice, Supernatural Stamina, Feign Death, Fake Your Own Death, and Shieldred Whispering One. Wanted some reanimation effects as well as some nasty damage doublers. Now that we have our deck list, let's compare it to our checklist. 51 mana sources split between 34 lands, 15 pieces of ramp, and 2 MDFCs. 13 pieces of card advantage, counting our commander. 11 pieces of interaction, 3 board wipes, 2 pieces of graveyard hate in Bojuka Bog and Esper's to Magicite, 2 sudden I win cards in Wound Reflection and Archfiend of Despair. Let us say that Shadow swings out and we sacrifice one of our large creatures. Kokusho, the Evening Star, for example. Now, normally we would drain all of our opponents for 11. 5 from Kokusho's Death Trigger, plus 6 more from Shadow's. But if either Wound Reflection or Archfiend of Despair are on board, the life loss goes from 11 to 22. Which, to be fair, might not end the game by itself, but we've all had games where everyone was down to like 15 or something thanks to the dinosaur player. So this will help us to finish everyone off. Do you have a Shadow Mysterious Assassin commander deck? What about a deck led by one of the other legendary creatures from the Final Fantasy set? Leave a comment below. Thanks for tuning in. Once again, a huge shout out to my editor Cutestuff. I couldn't make these videos without her. If you'd like to hire her to edit your own videos, she can be reached at cutestuff.edits@gmail.com. Link is down below. If you're looking for ways to support the channel directly, you can head on over to patreon.com/Danon. You can have a video made or just ask for help building or tuning a deck list. I also wanted to give a quick shout out to all of my patrons: Waffles, Jiraiya, Muffins, Marcus Brett, Roxy, Alice, Borgi, Nazwin, Congo, Robert Pye, Kazaris, Patrick Tiz, Art, Richard Sint, Boomy, Oscar Justin, Golden Walker, Captain Hammer, Yory, and Sleech. You guys are awesome. I post new Commander Deck videos every weekday, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified of new videos. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again next time on Commander by Danon.